Hey guys, Christina Ricci. If you want more pars, let's improve your putting stroke. I'm going to take out my MOREPARS sponge and clean you up. A lot of strokes are messy. You don't have a process. You're either too big in the backstroke or too big in the follow through. All right, instead we're going to let physics take hold. Where players also go off is they change the energy. So on a shorter putt they'll hit it softer, on a longer putt they'll hit it harder. Instead you're going to let physics do all the work. The only thing you're going to do is change the length of the backstroke. Your finish is going to be abbreviated just past your toe for most putts. For the longer putts, it'll go a little further past your toe, and for the super short ones, inside 3 feet, it probably won't even go past your toe. All right, where players go off is they have a mammoth backstroke, or they have a mammoth forward stroke, so they're trying to guide the putter to the hole. You'll never see a pro, unless it's a huge putt, have a long follow through, all right, because too much can go off with the face. We want a stable face. We want it square to our target line. We don't want it open, closed, 2 up or 2 down. And when you have a big backstroke on either side of the fence, a lot can go off, right? We want a real stable face. So following the 60-40 rule gives you a process for speed control and face control. Now I'm using the PRIME PUTT. It's the 12-footer, 12 by 3. It's phenomenal. It's torque quality. It runs about a 10 on a Stimpmeter, and it has no markings, all right? And I also like that it's wide, so you can stand right on the mat. No lines, clean markers. That should be perfect. All right, beautiful. I got the golf course in front of me, so I'm simulating course conditions. The cups are made from regulation material, so they behave just like a cup out in the course, which is amazing. And they're going to give you a scorecard so you can start measuring strokes gained, like the pros do. That's how the pros benchmark their game, with strokes gained. If they're doing better than their peers, they have a positive number. And if they're doing less, so they're losing strokes, they have a negative number. And that's how they gauge their game from tee to green from any distance. All right, so it's a real in-depth way to gauge your performance from tee to green. And on the green, it's super important because that's where players lose the most strokes. All right, so let's clean up the putting stroke. A lot of players' putting strokes are either too big on the backstroke or too big on the forward stroke. All right, we really got to clean that up. If you look at the pros, they're very consistent. They use their backstroke as the speed generator, and then they finish just past their toe for most putts. Obviously for the super short ones and the super long ones, yes, it'll go a little bit further past, or for the super short ones, it won't even go past the toe, but you'll never see them guide the putter to the hole. All right, and you'll never see them take a mammoth backstroke either, unless it's like a 100-foot putt. All right, so we're just assuming inside 20 feet, 20 to 6 feet, hip width stance, 60-40. Hold your finish. Hold your finish. That smooths out your tempo. Boom. It gets a nice pop and it goes in the hole. So what a great way to practice. All right, so this is your practice session right here. You're gonna do the 3, 6, and 9s. All right, I've already got my line lined up. All right, when you do your line on the ball, all right, always get from behind and look down to make sure you start your ball in your intended line. I'm going for the middle cup here. All right, with a hip width stance, make sure my feet are parallel to the line on the ball, which they are, so you create a consistent setup. All right, and then you do your 60-40, hold your finish. All right, and if it hits the backboard just like it did there, too much speed. So what are you gonna do? You gotta shorten the backstroke. All right, this is running a 10 on the Stimpmeter. So use the link below and get WhyGOLF's Stimp Reader. This is easy and great, and how convenient. You can test your greens each day to know what they're running. All right, so this is how you do it. You roll it off, and then you flip it over, and then you'll see what it rolls at. And the PRIME PUTT runs at a 10. All right, and this helps build a consistent process for your putting. Consistent stance, hip width. I like feet square, not open, so you can really make sure you're square to your target line. You can align your feet to the line on the ball. to make sure you're not open or closed. All right, so now let's do the 6-footer. Follow my process, hip width stance, make sure my toes are parallel to the line on the ball. Hold my finish. That's why you gotta keep track, strokes gained. And you'll find that one of these distances you're not great at, or maybe you are great, which is awesome. Or maybe you need help with all of them, that's why you're here practicing. All right, beautiful. She barely gets it in, but she gets it in. All right, now the 3-footer. The Prime Putt Mat, it has the nice clean white marks. All right, so this is 3 foot, 6, and 9. Focus on the 60-40. Now with these super short ones, it's not gonna be just past your toe. It'll probably be just inside your toe, depending on the speed of the greens. It's tiny, tiny. Then hold your finish. All right, so your job is to alternate. And then if you hit the backstop, you know you had too much speed. All right, but your job is to get your balls within the vacation zone. So anywhere inside this circle, you'll make your putt. All right, if you roll off the mat, it's gonna be a tester coming back. Now it's time to take your practice to the course and make more pars.